There's a man who preyed on multiple women, was accused of rape and sexual assault, and received a sweetheart deal because his daddy is a prosecutor. Put up his picture. Let me give you some insight. This guy will only get probation. Flagrant miscarriage of justice. 19-year-old rapist whose father works at the DA's office has been handed probation for sexually assaulting a pastor's daughter due to a plea deal which saw his crimes downgraded to assault and battery. Meanwhile, this rapist has already skated on 2 other allegations. His name is Bowen Turner, was initially charged with sexual misconduct. Again, keep his picture up. I want you to remember this guy because they're trying to hide him from you. He entered into a plea deal with prosecutors and was instead convicted for assault and battery. And because he was a youthful offender at the time he attacked the pastor's daughter at a house party, he will not have to register as a sex offender. Let's put up the picture of the enablers here. David Pascoe and Bill Weeks. David is on the left, Bill is on the right, okay? All right, Turner's father, Walt, works for an investigator for the South Carolina First Circuit solicitor, Pascoe. The older Turner reportedly recused himself, allowing Second Circuit Deputy Solicitor David Miller to step in. It's all in the family. Additionally, the case was handed over to Second Circuit Solicitor Bill Weeks. And while there is no proof of anything illegal, locals say it is uncomfortable and it mirrors the scandalous murder case of the Murdaugh family. We talked about that on the show. Finally, Turner, okay, Mr. Turner, who do you think is representing him? Well, none other than South Carolina State Senator Brad Hutto. Yeah, good old Brad, state senator to the rescue to represent one of his buddy's sons. In 2019, the senator made a remark that was insensitive and insane against the victim, implying that at least one of them had consensual sex with Turner. According to the Times and Democrat, the senator said in court, quote, this is a quote, well, guess what? You just had sex on the ground with the boy you didn't really know, and you got up and you feel ashamed, you feel regret. That's not rape. That's what he said. He's a senator and the attorney of the accused rapist. Victims of Turner say they are appalled. He only received a slap on the wrist from the Orangeburg County Judge, Markley Dennis, last week after admitting to assaulting the pastor's daughter, Chloe Bess, in 2019. All right, let's put up a picture of the judge. You see, the judge had to accept this foolishness, okay? Chloe Bess, who agreed to be identified as Turner's victim. This is something that's rare. But Chloe Bess agreed to be identified as Turner's victim. Bravely spoke out to condemn his sentence. She blasted her attackers 50 breaches of his home arrest bond conditions, which court documents reported that he broke the rules to go golfing. He broke the rules to go to a Brazilian steakhouse and even traveled out of state to visit a car dealership in violation of his order. Turner was also accused of raping and beating another victim, 18-year-old Dallas Stoller, who died suddenly in November 2021. That charge against Turner was dropped, and Turner was accused of a third rape in a separate county, although those charges were dropped too. Put up his picture again. You know what you're looking at? In my opinion, you're looking at a serial rapist. That's what you're looking at. Who would never receive the penalty required for his evil deeds because daddy and daddy's friends who are judges and senators and big money people will always protect him, even though, as I said, in my opinion, he is in fact a serial rapist. Attorney for Miss Bess and Miss Stoller, the families, Sarah Ford of the South Carolina Victim Assistance Network, she's the good person. Ford has stated Turner's criminal record would likely be expunged despite his over 50 house arrest violations, but she has since filed motions to appeal that sentence. Chloe Bess is on the left. Let's put her picture up. And Miss Dallas Stoller is on the right. These are strong individuals. At the time Turner attacked Bess, Turner was 16 and out on bond for raping and beating Stoller. He was out on bond. Did it again according to the accusation. Unfortunately, very few details on the third victim emerge beyond the fact that she's from Calhoun County, that his arrest for the assault had been just 41 days after the SC circuit judge had revoked his GPS monitoring in connection to Stoller's rape, and that the SC Law Enforcement Division did not proceed with criminal charges. Even the police department refused to enforce the law against this likely serial rapist. Stoller's sister said after Turner's sentencing this: Dallas made the difficult decision to move forward with the case, all the while knowing because of who her alleged attacker was. She will be a target of personal attacks and insults in the community. The Bess family has since moved out of state to lessen the impact of the criminal proceedings in their lives. Meanwhile, Stoller's family has alleged that Turner's sentencing is a result of a conflict of interest. That's called corruption. Let's put up his picture again. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your daddy. I'm not scared of the judge. I'm not scared of the senator. I'm not scared of none of you. Every single one of you should be exposed for exactly who you are. Soulless, no spine, lacking more morality, no actual heart. It's a damn shame. All of them coordinated for this guy. All of them. Not one of them said, you know what? I go to church on Sunday, and I'm sure they do. Not one of them said, I go to church on Sunday. This doesn't feel right here, Bill. This doesn't seem right. I'm having second thoughts. I got a daughter. I have children. I have a wife. I have a sister. Not one of them. All white men who protected this madness. This is why we fight. Farron, thoughts on this?
You know, it's just one of those things where I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at it as if I were, a prosecutor here. This would have been a slam dunk case. It should have been a slam dunk case. You can show this pattern of behavior with this particular individual, and across the board, this, protect this family, make sure everything goes under the rug. There are catastrophic failures in this system to protect this one boy that absolutely so many people need to be investigated for this. And this, of course, is the kind of story that people don't hear. People don't know that these kinds of things exist, which is one of the reasons I love that you cover things like this, because I have not seen this anywhere else. Nobody else would talk about this, but this kid is gonna do it again. I mean, if you've done it, let's assume that all of this is true and he has done it 3 separate times and gotten away with it 3 separate times. You're setting up at least another woman to become a victim to this monster. And so then what? What happens then? What happens when another woman comes forward? Are you gonna try to sweep this one under the rug too? Do you finally prosecute him? How many more women have to get raped before somebody actually faces justice here? And when that happens, do we go back and we go after Daddy? Do we go after the judge? Do we go after Bill Weeks? Do we go after the police officers that wouldn't file charges? I would like to say yes, we should. But I know that that's never gonna happen. But if this monster is what all these reports say he is, it's gonna happen again. Somebody else will be another victim And this all could have been prevented.
Yeah.
Had it not been for these political favors being traded back and forth in this case.
That's right, brother. And just based on statistics, less than 10% of sexual assaults are actually reported. So just based on pure statistics, likely there are more victims who have not spoken out against this person and his powerful family.